the Liquidity Sweep Scanner indicator, which is provided by the TradingFinder group. Traders can access this indicator on the TradingView website from this section, and to learn how the indicator works and operates, they can read this page. To access the indicator on the TradingView website, go to the Indicator section, search for the name of the indicator, and by selecting it, you can apply it to your chart. Just make sure to note that this indicator is an invite-only script, and to access it, you must submit a request in the support section of the TradingFinder website. After your request, access will be granted to your user account on TradingView for this indicator, and then you can apply it to your chart. Also, to access the indicator more quickly and easily, you can add it to your indicators on TradingView by enabling the Add to Favorites option. Once you allow the indicator, it will start identifying and displaying trading opportunities on the chart, and it will generate buy and sell signals for us. This indicator is a special and practical tool for price action traders who are looking to identify trading opportunities and swing swaps on the price chart. At the bottom of the chart, a panel is displayed for us, which contains a table showing 10 different trading symbols. In this table, we can see various pieces of information such as the trading symbol, exchange, daily percent, signal time frame, the last signal issued on the chart for that symbol within the selected time frame, the current direction for the desired symbol, the entry price at the time the signal was issued, and finally, the signal age, which shows us how much time has passed since the last signal. Currently, we are on the Bitcoin chart, and in the 5-minute time frame, the last signal issued for us is at this point, and our entry price is set at 112,372. The signal is generated for us when the candle closes, and at that point we can enter either a buy or sell trade in the market. The way the indicator works is based on identifying swing highs or swing lows, and when such a swing is detected, it waits for the price to reach and collect liquidity from that swing on the chart. Here we can see a swing high has been identified, the price has moved upward, and a liquidity sweep has occurred at this point. If the price fails to break above the level and returns to its range, only collecting liquidity with a wick, a signal is generated for us. We can use this trading opportunity to enter a trade, and in this case, a short signal has been issued for us here. In the Comprehensive Settings section, under the Dedicated Input tab, there are numerous valuable options readily available for us where we can precisely set the calculation period for accurately identifying significant swing highs and distinct swing lows. The higher we meticulously set this particular value, the indicator will subsequently identify much longer-term swings, which are generally considered more inherently reliable, but consequently, fewer of them will be clearly displayed on the chart. Conversely, the lower we carefully set this specific value, the overall reliability of the generated signals noticeably decreases, but a greater number of swings will be readily identified for us, and they will inherently be of a much shorter duration. In the very next input field, we can precisely specify the calculation period for effectively identifying the underlying market structure, which by default is conveniently set to 21. This crucial setting is primarily used for accurately identifying and precisely determining the prevailing direction for effectively recognizing the overall market structure. In the following input field, if we thoughtfully select the custom mode here, in the subsequent input we can then meticulously set the maximum allowable number of swings for accurately identifying prominent swing highs or significant swing lows, which by default is conveniently set to 30. This specifically means that the indicator will diligently look back at a total of 30 swings and thoroughly search for potential trading opportunities on the chart. In the next important input, we can precisely set the maximum number of candles explicitly allowed between the identified swing point and the generated signal, which by default is conveniently set to 50. This essentially means that after a swing is successfully identified, The price has a generous allowance of 50 candles to effectively perform a liquidity sweep and subsequently generate a valid signal for us. If this specified number of candles exceeds 50, no signal will be generated for us whatsoever, and that particular swing will be definitively considered invalid. In the next distinct section, we can easily enable or disable the visual display of the comprehensive table on the chart itself. By thoughtfully enabling this particular option, the detailed table will be prominently shown on the main chart area instead of being relegated to the lower panel. In the next section, we can specify the number of symbols to be checked and to display signals for. Here we can set a minimum of 10 symbols and a maximum of 20 symbols. In the next input, we can select the table mode where there are two options available, extended and basic. If we select the extended mode, half of the symbols will be displayed on the left side and the other half on the right side. As we can see, 5 symbols are placed on the left side of the chart and 5 symbols on the right side of the table. But by selecting the basic mode, the table will be displayed in a columnar format. In this next section, we can choose the table size as we wish, which is set to normal by default. We can also select the table position, and by choosing the top right option here, I can move the table to the upper right of the chart. And finally, in the next section, we can select the trading symbol along with the time frame for identifying trading signals. Here, the symbols are listed, and we can even specify up to 20 symbols in this section, along with the time frames, which range from chart interval, tick, second, minute, hour, all the way to monthly. In the last section, we can enable or disable the alert status for when trading signals are generated, choose a name for the alert, and set the message frequency for the alert. There are 3 options here: all, once per bar, and per bar close. By selecting all, an alert will be triggered for us in all cases when a signal is generated. By selecting once per bar, the alert will be triggered when the candle opens, and by selecting per bar close, the alert will only be triggered if the candle closes and a signal is generated. In the next input, we can specify the time zone for sending alerts based on UTC time. Finally, in the last section, we can enable or disable displaying the input values in the status line. By default, this option is enabled, and we can see the input values in the status line. If we disable this option, the input values will not be displayed for us. Well, friends, we've reached the end of this indicator tutorial. We'd be happy if you share your comments and suggestions with us in the comments section.